It's time once again to get our passports ready because today we are talking about Adventures by Disney itineraries that take you across Europe with all the magic
Fancy.
and none of the stress. Welcome back to Earstravagant Adventures. I'm your host and travel agent bestie, Rachel, and joining me as always is Katie, your
Hi.
favorite travel chaos coordinator. And today we are continuing on Adventures by Disney series because there's a lot for Adventures by Disney in case you
That's so
didn't know.
much.
And we're heading across the pond to explore European itineraries well, we're not talking about river cruises today. River cruises we're going to circle back to because there was just
No, no,
too
no.
much. So today we're going to focus on storybook villages to iconic cities, immersive culture experiences, and these trips combine the magic of Disney with some of the most unforgettable destinations in the world, all without you having to plan a single detail. It's amazing.
None of it.
We're breaking down what these European adventures look like, who they're perfect for, and why they just might be the easiest and most elevated way to see Europe with your family or as an adults only escape. Love that those options exist. So
Same.
grab your passport. We don't do stamps anymore, but that's okay. Get ready to experience Europe in a way that's seamless, immersive, and a lot bit magical. But first, a word from our sponsor. Vacation planning should be exciting, not overwhelming, but somewhere between comparing resorts, booking dining, and building the perfect itinerary, it starts to feel like a part-time job. But that's exactly where Alonzi Travel comes in. We are a team of experienced travel advisors who specialize in theme park cruise, all-inclusive resorts, and European getaways. We've planned hundreds of trips, and our Google reviews speak for themselves. For your first call to the moment you get home, we handle every single detail, the research, the reservations, the strategy, all so you don't have to, because we believe your vacation should feel like a vacation from start to finish. So when you're ready for your next amazing vacation, visit alonzi-travel.com/take the trip and let's plan that trip together. Katie, why don't you give us a quick recap of what Adventures by Disney is?
Okay. But first, I'm just going to let you know that I am going to butcher these city names, pronunciations, all of that. Okay. So everybody bear with me. Anyway, what is Adventure by Disney? It is Disney's premium guided travel experience. Everything is planned for you. You have two guides. One is local, one is a Disney representative. They handle all the logistics. They focus on storytelling, so you really feel immersed in the location, especially the history, which is a big deal when we're going to talk about the Europe itineraries. And it's small group travel that feels personal. It feels one-on-one. That is Adventures by Disney.
That is Adventures by Disney. Now, there are lots of amazing places in Europe, lots of amazing places, and Adventures by Disney goes to a lot of them. I'm gonna give you oh my God, a
It's
summary
so much.
of all the ones that we're gonna talk about, and then we'll dive into it. So there's Greece, Switzerland, the British Isles, Central Europe, which is Prague, Salzburg, and Vienna, England and France, Germany, Iceland, Italy, and that's the ones we're talking about today.
Yeah.
So let's start off with I'm gonna move this around. Let's
Are you
start off
moving
with
Greece to Greece?
Switzerland. Yeah, there's two Greases and I want to talk about them together. So let's do
Yeah.
Switzerland first. I'm obsessed with Switzerland. If you
Are you?
are, it's
I didn't know
like
that.
I've only been once, but it
Hmm.
was gorgeous. So fun fact, part of Switzerland is like French inspired and part of Switzerland is German inspired because it touches both.
Yeah.
I, as no surprise, preferred the French side.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So this Switzerland itinerary is 8 days, which is a great length. It's going to
Hmm.
go to Zurich, Grindelwald, okay, Lake Brins, Zermatt, the Alps, Gruyere, Lucerne, and Montreux. So
Good pronunciation.
Thank you. I planned Switzerland vacation, so
Yeah, it's because you've been to Switzerland.
yes.
Yeah.
So this is going to take you on a train through scenic landscapes aboard the celebrated trains of Switzerland. Train travel in Europe, by the way, this is how you get around. Like trains are incredibly efficient.
Yeah.
Yes. You're going to take the trains to an alpine hike and you get to see the majestic Matterhorn. If you guys didn't know, the Matterhorn is a real place.
Yes. Yes, it
Yes.
is. It's not just a roller coaster at Disneyland Park.
No. You're going
Yeah.
to indulge your sweet tooth at a hands-on Swiss chocolate crafting workshop.
Sign me up for that.
Sign me up. Explore a winter wonderland in the middle of summer with a thrilling snow tube ride high above Zermatt, which I have had clients do this and they loved it.
I'm not a skier, but I think I could do snow tubing.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Discover the hidden world of Swiss winemaking at a tasting among the Louvre vineyard terraces. And this is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. I've never heard of it. Very cool. And go for the gold with a visit to the Olympic Museum, which features an exclusive after hours farewell event. Now,
Is this your like main one? Like, is this your Adventure by Disney Europe bucket list?
you know, I don't know.
It's hard to pick.
I think I would do Iceland for
Oh,
Adventures
yeah.
by Disney
Yeah.
because
That's a good.
Switzerland, like I really think I would just want to rent a car and go on vibes.
Yes. Yeah.
But this one is really great because they've landmarked all of the main places. Like Grindelwald is the iconic mountains that you see people hiking. This is it.
Mhm.
There are so many hikes here. You know, it's beautiful. Like this is for an outdoorsy person. If you want,
I mean,
that's not you. Yeah.
no.
Okay, well then this is not for you. If you want the cities and things like that, this is not it. This is
Mhm.
absolutely an outdoors adventure
This,
paradise.
this is you wearing your suspenders and your cute, like Swiss hiking
Lederhosen.
outfit. Yeah. Yeah.
But men wear lederhosen. Women don't wear lederhosen, just for the record.
Oh, okay.
A little fun fact for you.
The more you know about Switzerland.
The
I know
more
nothing about Switzerland.
Switzerland is beautiful. Eat your weight in cheese. I did say Gruyere. I don't know if y'all heard. I said Gruyere. That is an actual place, but it's also a cheese.
Yeah.
And also,
Cheese and chocolate and wine.
what better combo? I'm American lactose intolerant. I am not European lactose intolerant.
I didn't even know you were lactose intolerant.
I mean, I'm lactose intolerant adjacent. Like I can't really have milk or like too much
Yeah.
cheese.
Yeah.
But in Europe, it doesn't bother me at all.
It doesn't. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Why don't you tell us about the British Isles? I feel like this one's a little bit more you.
This is very much me. This is probably like my bucket list one. So the British Isles is a 10-day trip. So it's one of the longer itineraries that Adventure by Disney has, but you're going to go to Dublin, Belfast, Edinburgh, and London. Um, some of the things that you can experience is Epic, the Irish Immigration Museum, the Antrim Coast and Giants Causeway Exploration, which is just a really, really beautiful coastline. A high-speed boat ride on the River Thames, while you are having like a sightseeing tour of all of the big things to see in London. Shortbread making lesson. And it says join the private chef of the Duke and Duchess for a lesson on making shortbread. And I want to know which Duke and Duchess that is. Like who's
Yeah.
like there's so
Yeah, because
many.
there's a lot. Which one?
Yeah, who's. Also a private tour of Edinburgh Castle, which oh my gosh, that and I also pulled some extra ones that weren't in the highlights for this one. The Belfast Titanic
Oh,
experience, which
yeah.
I think sounds amazing. We've done several Titanic museums in the United States because they're always in the touristy towns and they do a really good job. I can't imagine what it's like
Hmm.
in Belfast.
Hmm.
The Royal Yacht Britannia. I can't even. I'm a crown girl. I've always been obsessed with the British monarchy. Um, and you get to go on it. You get to go on the royal yacht.
That's really cool.
And then a private viewing of the royal crown jewels and the Tower of London. Sign me up. Sign me up. There was hardly any nature in that. It's all history.
Hmm.
That's me. Like, that's what I want to do,
Yeah, there really isn't very much nature in that. It's kind of
which is
surprising.
fine. It's fine. I
It's
don't need to hike through the heather. I want to see the crown jewels. I want to see a castle. Like that's me. That's my speed.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a good mix too, because
Mhm.
like Dublin and Belfast are a little more laid back, and then London is
Mhm.
high speed. So I think that's like a really good
Yeah.
mix. And you're in an English speaking country. I know some people are nervous about traveling, so like being in an English speaking country, great. Love that. It sounds like a great time. Now, completely opposite of that is Central Europe, which is Prague, Salzburg, and Vienna. This is like it's this territory is growing in popularity. I will say
Mhm.
it's not niche, but it is niche, if that makes sense. It's very popular for Christmas markets. So this is going to be
Yes.
the place for Christmas markets, but they do also have a regular tour of these cities, and it's going to be 8 days. You're going to visit Prague, not going to hit that name, the Kremlov, Salzburg, and Vienna. You're
Hmm.
going to take a tour of the Helbron Palace. It's a 17th century Baroque. I love Baroque. Okay. I love
I say
Baroque palace with its world famous trick fountains that spray water from an array of nozzles and spouts in all directions. Love that. You have a Salzburg guided tour. Take to the streets and explore the many sights of Salzburg, including famous locations from The Sound of Music.
are you a Sound of Music girl? You have to be.
I I'm not a hater, I'm not obsessed, but I enjoy it.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm
I
not
mean, the hills
obsessed
are
either.
alive with the sound of music. How could you?
Yeah, I'm not obsessed either, but like every like 5 years or so, I'm like, hey, y'all want to watch The Sound of Music?
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
I mean, I'm a Julie Andrews lover, so
yes,
if Julie
yes,
Andrews is in it, I've seen it and enjoyed it.
exactly.
You're gonna visit the Czechs Krumlov with a local guide. Nope. Walk through the picturesque medieval town that was built around a 13th century castle with Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque elements. I tell you what, I would love that.
I would love that as well.
I
Like,
don't
yeah.
love Renaissance, but Gothic and Baroque, sign me up.
Well, I love Renaissance too.
Okay,
Like,
well, there you go.
yeah,
Let's go.
sign me
Uh,
up for all the history.
the
Now, I wouldn't like this next one.
Irwinsvelt Ice Cave visit. I've wanted to go. Look, I
I'm
wanted
not
to go
Elsa.
ice cave, and I had plans to go. I had an ice cave tour in Iceland, and it was flooded because it was too hot. So we
Oh
couldn't go, and it was the
no.
biggest bumski. But on this tour, you will relax as you sail atop the calm waters of Lake Trinsea. Okay, taking in the beautiful surroundings, which includes the majestic mountainscapes of Upper Austria. Austria is also beautiful. This whole
Yeah,
area is dang.
gorgeous.
That wasn't the right thing. I'm sorry. I should have said
You combine those two together. I distracted you. I'll take the blame.
you did. For the ice cave visit, you go into an ice cave, which is the largest in the world. Yeah, the ice caves are like amazing. Like I've seen pictures of it and it's otherworldly. So, I mean, being on a boat cruise is great, but ice caves, guys,
Yeah,
ice caves. And then you'll also do a Spanish writing school. This, like, all of this is up my alley, okay? Learn about the art of Spanish writing, which is a different style of horseback riding, obviously, at the equestrian institution that has practiced for over 440 years.
that's cool.
You also get a backstage tour of the stables where the horses are kept. So
I mean, I'm not
this
a
is
horse
like
girl.
I feel like a mix of the first two that we talked about. Like it's got
Mhm.
outdoorsy elements, it's got historical elements, it's got architecture, it's got a good mix of all of those things. And it's a place that people don't go as much, so it's not at like
Yeah,
London, everybody goes to. Edinburgh, everybody goes to.
yeah,
It's very, very crowded. This is not as crowded and is just a very like the ice caves is a very unique experience. This is like
agreed.
life-changing kinds of things.
Yeah.
Now, why don't you take us on another one I think that is right up your alley?
You keep
England and
giving me the easy
France.
ones. England and France. So this is an 8-day. Locations are London, Paris, Windsor, and Versailles. So this is, if I were to pick one, like
This
tomorrow,
one.
I would have trouble picking between this one and the Ireland, the
I
British Isles.
think this one is more you. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to have a private viewing of the crown jewels and the private tour of the Tower of London, which is the same thing with the British Isles one. But you also get a private guided tour of the Louvre, which includes private viewing of the Mona Lisa, which is a big deal because I'm sure we've seen the TikToks where you're in a room with about 100 people and you're 50 people back from the
And it's
Mona
like
Lisa, which
this
is
big. Yeah.
it's only this big, guys. It's not what you think it is. It is incredible. It's incredible to see. But like with Adventures by Disney, you're going to get up close and personal with her. Maybe you can figure out if she's smiling while she's smiling. Hampton Court Palace.
She's
Explore.
excited.
I'm so excited. Explore the public dramas and private lives of Henry VIII and his wives in this famous Tudor court. Obsessed with the Tudors. Obsessed with the War of the Roses. Like, this is me. Archery in the English countryside, so you can go shoot bow and arrow at a lovely country estate. Macaroon
Macaron, you
taste.
said it right the first time.
I know. Making. So it's a private workshop to learn the art of macaron making. And tour of the Opera Garnier.
Garnier.
Garnier. Be dazzled by the grandeur of this unique hybrid of Royal Academy and public theater. And there was a lot more with this one too, but whew.
Listen, fun fact, we bought tickets when the first time we went to Paris, we bought tickets to the Palais Garnier and it was
Yeah.
an opera. It was the day of our champagne tasting. I fell asleep.
No.
Yeah, I was wine happy.
Well, opera's a hard one.
And
Opera's a hard
it's
one.
not in English and like I
It's
was
not in
already
English.
tired and
It's
I
hard
like
to follow
to
the
follow.
storyline.
They did
Yeah.
have subtitles, but the theater is beautiful.
Hmm.
I was just really tired.
You had them bubblies.
I
That
did.
little
And
bubble
like
nap.
at intermission, Joe and I looked at each other and we're like, should we just leave?
No. Oh no.
I feel so bad. We left, but like
Yeah.
we weren't into, and it wasn't like one of the big operas that people know. So
Just
we really just bought tickets because I wanted to go and experience it. And
yeah, you
it's
wanted to
not
say you've been and see
it
it.
wasn't for me. But
Yeah. But
that's
I mean, sometimes you have to experience that stuff to know whether, like, for my family, I would say opera would probably not be the thing that would excite my children, but they would probably watch a ballet.
yeah. I
You
wanted
know?
to see a ballet, but they didn't
Yeah,
have a
they would
ballet
watch
over
a
there.
ballet.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, another German, well, not another one, but that area, Germany, this one's going to be 8 days as well. 8 days to 10 days is kind of the key for Europe, and I would agree,
Yeah.
even outside of Adventures by Disney, that's kind of the sweet spot. But
Hmm.
this is a great tour. You're going to go to Munich, Nuremberg, Rothenburg, Bamberg,
It's a
lots of
lot of
birds,
birds.
and Berlin. So the pièce de résistance, in my opinion, is the Neuschwanstein Castle, which I have been to. It is glorious. Glorious. So you're going to explore this magnificent fairy tale castle, which did inspire the design of Cinderella Castle, and its grounds high atop a Bavarian hillside. The reason you're going to Munich, Munich has a big airport. It's also like an hour outside of Munich, so
Mhm.
really close by. It's stunning, stunning. You're gonna get to do a medieval costume dress up and photo shoot. Speak my language.
That's you.
What?
That is you. That's not me. That's you.
That's me. Love that. You're gonna do a Rothenburg exploration. You're gonna stroll the streets and shops of this fairy tale town steeped in medieval architecture. So, like when you see the quintessential German towns, this is it.
Hmm.
And you also have a Munich walking tour. You're going to learn about the city capital through its architecture, culture, and rich history. It's a weird city, guys. It's weird because it's got Bavarian inspired, it's got German, and it like we went. I'm sure you guys have seen on TikTok this, and this is all editing, by the way. this church, Gothic to the
Oh,
nines. Mhm.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
tiny. The edits make it look black. It is not black. The whole thing is like covered in gold.
See, I didn't know that. I didn't know the edits were making it look black because all the
Mhm.
ones I've seen, like ones where they're literally coming out of the subway and it's right there. And it looks huge.
Oh
And
no, that one you're thinking of, that's in
is that
Barcelona. That's in Barcelona.
okay? Okay. Okay, then I'm thinking of a different one. You'll have to send me a TikTok of
I
what you're
next
talking
time
about.
I
I can
see it,
see it.
I'll send it to you because yeah, the
Okay.
edits make it look like it's very black and
Yeah.
like the it's not. The whole thing is gold. So
Hmm.
anyway, that's in Munich, and then like next door is like a ramen place. It's bizarre. It's fine.
I'm gonna tell you the Germany one. I'm gonna go pull the day by day itinerary for that one because I do not, other than the castle, I don't think that they're leading with the best things to do. I'm hoping that there's more to that one because that one
Well,
doesn't excite me even a
there
little
is
bit.
more to that one, but also like not every place is for everybody. Like Germany is
Yes.
actually some place that doesn't super excite me, and I've been. So this one is not high on my list. But if you are somebody who's very interested in Germany and its history, then this is perfect for you. Like I'm sure we didn't even talk about what they do in Berlin. I am sure they go to the Berlin Wall.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
sure
sure.
there's tons of history there. So, it's just it doesn't excite us, but that doesn't mean it's not exciting.
Yeah. And when we're doing the highlights, these are the highlights that Disney is highlighting, right? So
Mhm.
like I'm not pulling these from what excites me. This is what Disney is advertising as the highlights. I just think that this one there's probably better things hidden in that itinerary.
And we can help you
Yeah.
find it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Let's go back to Greece.
All right, so this is Greece, the legends of Athens, Santorini, and Crete. This one is another 10-day one, so this is a longer one. Locations are Athens. How do you say that one, Rachel?
I'm looking at the other one we were going to talk about.
Wait.
Santorini? Oh, Sonyon? Hmm.
Sonyon, Santorini, and Crete. So highlights here are the Acropolis tour. Visit the ancient citadel high above Athens that is home to historic ruins, including the famed Parthenon. Santorini private boat excursion. I would love that. Cruise the blue waters of the Aegean Sea. Explore the black lava icelet Nia Kamini.
Sure.
You don't know? Okay, good.
No.
Um, they have a Balkan winery, taste handcrafted wines produced at this family owned winery nestled at the base of the Vulcan Mountain. Pantheonaic Stadium, bask in the glory of this awe inspiring stadium built entirely of marble that hosted the first Olympics. And then a tzatziki making. Learn how to make the tangy yogurt and cucumber dip that is a staple of Greek cuisine. Now, I know you've done a lot of these places.
I have done all but one of those places, and I didn't realize that Zeus was allegedly born in Crete, so that was interesting. So there's a ton of Greek mythology here, and there's
Mhm.
like you don't realize, or maybe like you do realize, but you don't really realize until you're there hearing people how much has stemmed from the Greeks. And
Mhm.
they're very proud about it. So they're not shy about telling you the Romans stole this from us, the British stole this from us. They'll tell you what's stolen from them. It's totally fine. Um, but this is really cool, and this is another great mix of
Mm.
history, food, activity.
Nature.
It's a really great mix. I like this a lot.
Mhm.
It's going to be
I
hard to
like this one.
choose which one is better because the second one they do in Greece is 8 days, and it is Mythology of Athens, Peloponnese, and Rhodes. Okay. So this goes to Athens, Mycenae, Nafplio, Epidaurus, Rhodes,
I'm so glad you
Lemnos.
got this one.
I knew that's why you did that. Koskono village. So a lot of not as well-known locations in Greece. So this is going to be a more niche and I feel like a more Greek experience just because of
Yeah.
where you're visiting. Yeah. So you're going to have an iconic tour of Athens, visiting the Acropolis and the Parthenon. You cannot go to Greece and not go to these places, okay?
Agreed.
You'll explore the Citadel of Mycenae, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, okay? Snorkel and kayak over an ancient submerged archaeological site. I feel like people say this is where Atlantis is.
That yeah, and I cut that part out, but it was like Atlantis inspired is the wording that Disney used.
Well, yeah, because Disney doesn't want people coming for them and saying, people saying,
Yeah,
well, you said this is Atlantis. I think the rumors are this is Atlantis.
yes.
Yes.
Very much so.
You will also roam the streets of medieval city of Rhodes. I have been to Rhodes. This is also where I made that pottery.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Rhodes was pretty cool, and it did have a lot of really interesting history. I don't remember. This is my problem. We'll have a great tour guide, and they'll be telling us tons of really interesting information. Sometimes I'll retain it. Most of the time, I won't.
Mhm. It's hard because like you're just looking at everything and you get so much information at once and it's like an
Hmm.
overload. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So he had a lot of really good Greek history. Like, but these are all important Greek mythological cities. And if
Hmm.
you are into Greek mythology, I would do this one over the other one.
Agreed. I think the other one is people that want your perfect pictures and you want, the beautiful sights and all of that. That's the Santorini. Um, yeah. Hmm.
I'll take Iceland, you take Ireland.
Okay. You going first?
I love Iceland. This is when people ask me where is my favorite trip, it's always Iceland,
Hmm.
actually. But I'm an outdoorsy person, really big into nature. This did my bucket list. So again, Iceland, you're gonna go for 8 days. You're gonna visit Reykjavik, Akureyri, Husavik, Lake Mævetan.
Great job.
Thanks. You're gonna go on the, not saying that one, glacier hike. Glacier hikes are awesome, guys. I did one. It's awesome. You will experience the thrill of hiking the icy terrain of a glacier while surrounded by scenic mountains. I think this is the exact one that I did. And it was
Hmm.
crazy because we did it when we got there. It was a beautiful blue day. Um, Grass was still green. I had some pictures of that. And then it started snowing and immediately looked like I was in freaking Game of Thrones.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
It was crazy. It was like black and white. People thought I had a black and white filter on it. I'm like, no, this is literally, this is it.
Like I would not be into it, but that's so cool.
It is very cool.
Yeah.
You'll also visit the Blue Lagoon, which is cool, overrated, but is cool.
Don't put your hair in it.
Do not, and like, listen, they tell you so many times,
It's
it's
everywhere.
everywhere.
It's everywhere.
They give you
Like
a
don't
mask to
put
put on your hair. It's
yes.
everywhere.
The minerals in the water will dry out your hair and your hair will look crazy for like a month.
The
Do not
minerals
put
are
your hair.
great for your skin.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Mm-hmm.
not great for your hair.
Yeah.
Okay. You're also going to do the Creo crater visit, which is very cool. Walk around the rim of or the pool below as you discover the massive size of the 6,500-year-old crater. I've seen it. It's
Old.
huge.
It's old.
So old. You're also going to visit Glufos Waterfall and Geyser. This is another really cool one. Visit two of Iceland's most stunning natural wonders that will leave you awestruck. Facts, it did.
I
Facts,
love that.
it did. This whale watching. You are going to sail along the bank of Iceland's longest fjord as you watch for whales that swim in these waters. And you're going to also go to the Turf House and see a true architectural innovation that allows Icelanders to live with limited resources because they don't have, they're an island and they don't have the terrain and climate to
Mhm.
farm and have a lot of agriculture, so they are limited in their resources. So it is really interesting to see how they work around that. Iceland and Icelandic people are so nice.
I would do this one.
Yeah, this one,
I
and
would do it.
especially because like I feel like They would also have someone doing Northern Lights. It depends on what time of the year. Like most of the year, you can't see the Northern Lights, but sometimes they'll come out, and they'll like that is also worth its weight in gold having someone to help you find those.
I'm glad you brought that up because I feel like we touched on this when we did our Adventure by Disney overview, but these tours are very date specific. You cannot just call us up and say, "Hey, we're out of school, blah 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 dates. Can we do this one?" They are very set on their dates. Kind of like a cruise ship, it starts this date
Mhm.
and it ends this date. So you need to be very flexible with when you can travel if you have your heart set on one of these itineraries.
Exactly. Tell us about Ireland.
Ireland is 8 days. Locations are Dublin, Killarney, and Dromoland Castle. I don't
Dromoland?
know. That is not Drumland.
Dromoland?
Got an extra O in there. Whatever. So, some highlights of the Ireland Adventure by Disney is Teeling's Whiskey Distillery. Experience whiskey distilling process from start to finish at the newest distillery in Dublin in over 125 years. So it's the newest one and it's still 125 years old. Lake Leanne boat ride cruise past the gorgeous Killarney scenery that surrounds you on the Lake of Knowledge. I need to go
We
to the
both
Lake
need
of
that. Let's
Knowledge.
go. Take a swim.
Kilkenny Hurley experience. Step onto the pitch for a lesson in the ancient Celtic sport that dates over 3,000 years. That's hurling. Rock of Cashel. Head up a hilltop plateau for a tour of a picturesque medieval buildings that have stood for centuries. And the cliffs of Moher,
Mo.
More. I think it's more. Marvel at the dramatic views of a stunning cliffside landscape that loom over 700 feet tall above the sea. So that
Ireland's
is
another
Ireland.
one that's nature, 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 but Ireland's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. And if we were to do that one, my husband would be like, "When are we playing golf?"
Well,
Ireland and Scotland, both of them. He'd be like,
yeah,
"When is
Scotland
when are
has
we
a
going to the golf
and
course?"
they have a world famous course. That's fair.
Yeah,
That's a fair thing
yeah,
for him to say.
yeah.
I love Ireland.
Last one.
Yes, last one that I wouldn't say this is the best one because I feel like all of these are really, really solid. Um,
Good.
I do think this is a really good one to do with Adventures by Disney because the logistics of the Amalfi Coast is very complicated, and having a tour company
Yes.
do this for you is very
Yeah.
important. So Italy is going to be the Amalfi Coast in Florence. Perfection. 8 days. You're going to visit Sorrento, Positano, Amalfi, and Capri. Those are all in the same area. Naples, Florence, Tuscany, Lucca, Pisa, and Siena. So
That's a lot of places.
Florence, Tuscany, Lucca, Pisa, and Siena are all in the same area. Naples is also kind of by Amalfi. I'm surprised you must come in and out of Rome, but I'm surprised Rome isn't on here. Anyway,
Mm.
Amalfi Coast Cruise. This is fantastic. You're going to bask in the sheer cliffs, rugged shores, and pastel-colored villages on this ocean tour. You're also going to take a Capri cruise and Mediterranean swim. Capri is an island off of Italy, so you do have to take a cruise to get there. It's also where you can make some handmade sandals, just a fun fact. Take in the
Fun.
stunning Capri coastline and enjoy a dip in the Mediterranean. Love that. You're going to visit the Leaning Tower of Pisa. You're going to go to the Uffizi Gallery. This is where, no, that's Academia. This, one of the Renaissance arts. You will also go to Academia, which is where you'll see the statue of David, and you will actually be very impressed. If you are not impressed, I don't feel like you have a
You
pulse.
see what I'm saying? I think Disney's not putting the true highlights on there because I would have put the Statue of David on there.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
Uffizi Gallery is amazing, but Academia visiting the statue of David is way more important, in my
Yes.
opinion.
Agreed.
You are also, though, going to La Gelateria Farm and Pizza Making.
Pizza.
Learn the art of pizza making on your visit to this picturesque agricultural farm in Sorrento. And then Pompeii. This is a big one as well. You definitely want a tour guide for
Yeah.
Pompeii. There is too much information for you to just walk around and understand it. So a guided tour of Pompeii is a must. So you're going to travel back in time and see what's with Pompeii. This one
This
is
one's
another one I would
perfect.
do.
It's perfect.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
perfect.
It
It's
it
so hard to choose, especially when you have all of the benefits that we've talked about several times,
Tell us all of
the
them.
Disney level service in non-Disney destinations, safety and confidence in remote areas, access to experts and experiences most travelers miss, like we talked about the private tours that are not, you cannot book those off Viator, guys. Like,
No.
you're not going to get the same level. Balanced pace, active but not exhausting, and everything flows smoothly because you have Disney guides coordinating all of it.
Yeah, and no, I mean we can't say enough about like these tours are great and you could, like we said, piecemeal some of them together, but those adventure guides are worth their weight in gold.
Mm,
And we're not being hyperbolic when we say that. Like they literally are what everyone comes back and says like because the cities are the cities.
mm-hmm.
But it's the people because I'll say this too like and I've made these comments when we talk about some of my trips is like the tour was great because of our guide. The tour
Yes.
was great because of our guide.
And you've also said this tour was terrible and I wasted my money because the
Because
guide was a salesman.
yeah,
And I remember when they took you to the carpet
Turkey.
factory. Yes. Oh my gosh, I'll never get over that. Like, that's not what you're going to get here, guys.
No,
Mm-mm.
no, you're not going to get that. And these adventure guides are with you the whole time, which I think is also really helpful because then once you're more comfortable with them, you start asking them more questions and
Yeah.
leaning into the trip a little bit more. And when you have a new tour guide every day, you can't. I mean, you don't do that the same. So like the familiarity.
They learn you. They learn your family. They learn, especially if there's something really, really important and special for your family or your kid, they're going to try their best to make that happen.
Yeah, exactly. Now we do have some more episodes coming up for Asia and Africa and river cruises, and these are ones I feel like are more essential to have in Adventures by Disney because
Mhm.
Europe, I'm going to use air quotes as safe. Asia is a safe place as well, but it's a more complicated language barrier, so having
Yes.
guides and the trusted level of service for Disney is going to be paramount. So I can't wait for us to have those episodes for you guys. They are coming soon. But if this episode has you dreaming of historic cities, beautiful views, and stress-free guided adventures, then reach out to us. We'd love to help you find your perfect Adventures by Disney trip. Our links are in our bios, our social media handles, all that. We can't wait to work with you. And until next time, bye.